Welcome Speedballers to the Speedball Community Awards 2023. Feels like we had the results of the last awards just some months ago. Right, well, here we are again. Let us celebrate the best players of 2023. And we start with Most Missed Player of the Year. Speedball has been around for so many years now, and every year new players join the community. But sadly, some others leave. That's how things are, but for some players it feels like they leave a hole behind that cannot be filled. Which player that hasn't played in 2023 did you miss the most? And the winner is... Fusas! This was the category with the most nominated players out of all the categories in this show. So I wanted to share with you all the other players that got mentioned for Most Missed Player of the Year. Ukepuk, Pinkley, Hero, Hopsticle, Blue Screen, Goose, EFG, Uhu, Anzor, Bobo, Pody, Zagaram, Boney, Murray, Phantom, Elias, SB Ville, Hakon, DDR2 and Marzu. A lot of memories come back hearing those names, but out of all of them we missed Fusas the most. If you hear this, Fusas, we miss you. Next up, Speedballer of the Year. Spectating speedball matches is a big part of the game mode, so much so that it got its own name, Speedballing. Not only do some players spectate speedball matches with a lot of passion, but they also give the players that play the feeling of being important and worth being watched. Speedballers give the speedballers the slight feeling of playing real esports. Who spectated the most and the best in 2023? The winner is... Supra! This category exists since the start of the Speedball Community Awards, and so far, Smirk won it every time. So quite a surprising result here to begin with. Seems like Smirk finally has some real competition to deal with for being the best Speedballer. Well deserved by Supra, who often shows up in cups just to Speedball. Next up, Funniest Player of the Year. The matches are intense, the stakes are high, but sometimes we just play speedball to have a good laugh. Playing is supposed to be fun after all, right? For this we need those players in the game that always make you laugh. If in the game, in voice chat or on Discord, who was the funniest player of 2023? The winner is... Goals! What more can I say to this than we love you, Goals. Stay as you are. Little interception at this point. I decided to voice the results myself this time to give it a bit more personality. Do you like this change? I try to make the awards a bit better every year. Maybe next time I will get some co-commentators too to help me. What do you think? Would you like that? Next up we have Community Person of the Year. Speedball is a term used for the game mode in Shootmania that we play, but to many it is so much more than this. It is a community. A community is built by the individuals in it, and some do an outstanding job at caring about this community. This could be the organization and hosting of servers, tournaments and other events. But everyone that does something for the community is worth being nominated here. Who has done the most for the community in 2023? And the winner is... D-Mark. D-Mark won this category every year so far, and well deserved. He does so much for this community, hosting the servers, organizing events, and he also does a lot of stuff in the background. Speedball would not be the same without him. Thank you, D-Mark. Next up, Most Active Player of the Year. before we come to the sweatiest players, let's take a moment to appreciate those that always play. Because in Speedball we always struggle to have enough players, may it be for public games or for cups, but some players are always there and open up the opportunity for the less active ones to find matches. So, who has been the most active player of 2023? And the winner is Ivan! Together with D-Max's win for Community Person of the Year, this is the highest result in any of the categories. Ivan really is playing all the time, and he still has his amazing streak of 94 Fun Cups played in a row. If that doesn't justify an award, what does? Next up, Most Improved Player. It is always nice to see new faces in the community and see them grow to a constant part of the community. But they also improved gameplay wise. Of course, the most improved player doesn't need to be new, some may also go for their second adolescence. Who has improved the most in 2023? And the winner is Heimer! This category is one of my favorites because it gets won by different players every year and shows the growth those players had. Everyone on this list deserves to be here. Heimer really made a name for himself in the last year. Who will improve the most in this year? Next category, Smartest Player of the Year. One of the great parts of Speedball is that it brings so many different skill sets together. Aim, movement, team play, but also your brain power is an important part of being good in Speedball. May it be that this player comes up with amazing new strategies for their team, or that he can always improvise on the spot when he is alone. Who was the smartest player of 2023? And the winner is Pleb! Pleb is truly the master brain of our time. Me and Dan almost looked dumb next to him and Peach. This is one of the new categories of this year. Let's think of new categories for the future as well. This way we can all improve the community awards. Next up, we have the Defender of the Year. Being a good defender requires patience, concentration, and of course solid aim. But the most important aspect is that you need to be in the perfect position at the perfect time. The Defender of the Year is so good, he manages to frustrate even the most skillful attackers. Just like a wall nobody can get behind. Who has been the best defender of 2023? And the winner is Pleb. Pleb once again able to defend his title and Gur once again second place. We need some good defenders to challenge them for the future. Pleb was nominated for 3 awards, same as Ivan and Heimer. True multi-talents. Next up, we have the Attacker of the Year. Similar to the best defender, the best attacker frustrates even the most skillful defenders. There are many different ways to score. Some require speed, others good aim, and others team play. No matter how you do it, you got to get the ball to the pole, and the best attacker does just that. They are unstoppable. Who was the best attacker of 2023? And the winner is RStyle. RStyle beating Dan for Attacker of the Year was one of the biggest surprises for me personally, but both are a terror to be reckoned with. If you thought 3 nominations were the most, you're wrong. RStyle and Dan both were nominated in 4 different categories. Only one was nominated for 5 categories though. And that was me. Do I get an award for that? And finally, Player of the Year. Many categories to honor many different aspects of Speedball, but here everything comes together. They can attack, they can defend, hit and carry the ball. They can do it all. But most importantly, they win. Only one can become Player of the Year. And the winner is Blab! This was probably the closest category today. Big GG to Blab. Not only winning the big award in the end, but being the only one to win in more than one category. Not 2, but 3 awards go to the Swedish powerhouse. Thank you all so much for voting. With 31 votes, we had more than ever before. So one last award goes to the entire community. Thank you all for being active in Speedball in 2023. Let's make 2024 another amazing year for Speedball.